My name is Aiden Fansler, and I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of social distancing and how they relate in a classroom environment. And there are so many pros and cons in this subject that I want to talk about, and I want to put this out there that it's pertinent to to each individual. Some people, really enjoy online learning, and there are so many cons that they really enjoy about online learning. And then there are also people that are very social or don't like the online learning environment. So it definitely pertains to each individual very different. The first pro I want to talk about is flexibility, which is just huge in an online environment. Which is something that I've really taken advantage of. It's really nice to be able to. I'm a morning person, so it's awesome for me to be able to wake up early, and I can get 2 or 3 classes out of the way before 12. So, which is awesome. I work really well in the morning, so that's great for me. But I know other people that can be it can be hard for them to manage their time wisely. So that's the con I want to lead into with this is time management. And I've seen a lot of my peers struggle with time management and online school. Our school in particular has seen unprecedented grade drops. And I think that the biggest contributing factor to that is time management. I think that if kids just don't have, especially in younger grades, if they don't have a teacher telling them, you got to turn this in, oh, when are you going to turn this in, or when are you going to do this, they just won't do it. They don't have that motivation. That can be a pro or a con, but for me, it's a pro because I really like to have that flexibility in my schedule. But I can definitely see where people that struggle with time management, that could be a downside for them. That leads me into another con, which is the human interaction. For a lot of people, they don't need that human interaction or don't value it as much as myself or other peers. For me, at least, I really value human interaction. I really like being able to communicate and speak with my peers and other teachers. I really value that relationship building between teachers and relationship building with different administration at our school. That's something that I really value and take pride in, is getting to know teachers and getting to know people in the building, which is much harder to do in an online environment. That's also a pro and con depending on who you're talking to. Some people, they would rather not have to talk to people all day, and some people really like that communication. So, but for me, at least, I'm going to put that under the con schedule because I think most people would benefit from a human interaction. And that leads me into another pro, which is location flexibility. You can learn from anywhere in the world right now, which is so awesome. I took a trip out. My family went out to Arizona in the fall, and I was able to join all my Zoom meetings from there, which was so awesome. And I didn't struggle at all with. I wasn't behind or anything. I was able to stay up to date. So that was super awesome. And then the last con I really want to put out there, which is something that I've seen at my school, and I know a lot of kids struggle with, is technology requirements. So many people in America don't have reliable internet or internet that's fast enough for joining Zoom meetings or uploading files, and I'm empathetic towards them because that I could see how that could be really hard, is not having that reliable internet connection to do school. If you don't have a reliable internet connection, then it's incredibly hard to do school. And that's just the last thing I want to talk about is that tech requirement, which I think is huge. I think a lot of states and at the government level, I think, need to look into that a little bit more and figure out how we can get more reliable internet usage to teens and people across the country. Thank you for listening to my speech, and I look forward to hearing my results.